Okay. Oh, well, welcome.
Sue, is Sue with us?
She will be.
Okay.
She's probably still sitting in the other one.
No, she already bailed
She's our
out.
speaker today, so she'll be here.
Ah,
Actually, she's here. Her screen's here, so she'll be here.
In here.
See, there she is.
Hi, honey.
No rest for the
You're back.
weary.
I mean, it
I
was
get
so
some laundry
borderline
done.
timing, wasn't it? That I was like, oh crap, I gotta get to Sue's. If not, I'm screwed. And I didn't have the link then to go back to LinkedIn because I didn't know if it was gonna be accepted for my Fathom or use my OBS. So I'm like, I'm gonna use OBS just in case it gets kicked out, but apparently it didn't get kicked out, so I'm cool. But thank you.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well, we'll decide if you're cool or not.
thanks.
I wouldn't just assume that.
I just
He's
meant
a
it was
Leo.
cool shouldn't
He's
be in here.
cool.
Oh wow,
He's
I
a
got now
Leo.
support
He's
for
cool.
Janine loves me. Wow.
What does that mean?
We're
You're
getting a
born
little
in
far there.
August?
No, dude, I'm actually not Leo. I'm actually an Aquarius. Just Leo's happens to be the line that we use for our logo.
Oh,
There
that
you
makes
go.
Yeah,
Hence
that's
the
fine. That's
paw
all.
and the patriotic colors of red, white, and blue.
that works.
Yep. Although my map's bigger than yours, though, Gene, but that's all right. We won't hold it against
Your
you
map is bigger than mine.
because I
We
got the
are
whole
not
plant. I got the whole
comparing
planet
who's
around me.
bigger than who. We are not comparing who's bigger than who.
I was just talking
No,
about the
we're not
map
doing the
size.
comparing thing. I don't do the compare thing here. That I left that in the boardroom. Chris, you should tell this
Oh
guy not
boy,
to
I can
get
see
me
how this is going
started
to go
because this meeting
already.
will take a whole
Wow,
turn.
it's already becoming a
I
hard
can
room.
kick people out
Pierre's here,
anytime.
dude. I
Don't
didn't think
worry.
you'd be in here too. Wow, we got some new faces for me. Cool.
What do you mean new faces for you? It's your first time here.
First time here, but
Everyone
Pierre
should be
was from the
meeting.
other meeting.
They're smart. They know where to go.
I invited a bunch. We'll see who actually
I
shows.
put it in the chat as well.
Kudos to you, man.
Heather Felty's in the house. Hey, Heather.
Woohoo!
Hi,
Hey.
Mother.
Haven't seen you
Now
in a
we could
long
close out
time.
this year right.
Yeah.
Ken's in the house too. Hey, Ken.
Hey, Ben. Hey, Ken.
DJ Ben.
A web geek.
Good afternoon.
CJ. Oh, dude, we gotta talk to
Oh, CJ.
you.
CJ.
See, all these new guys think, CJ, you came here for the first time from the other group too. CJ's a regular here, just so you know. It was his first time in the other
Oh,
group.
so he's a veteran.
Yeah. He actually pinch hits for me when I can't run it.
Well, you would think the web geek knows what he's doing with this stuff.
No, I know CJ knows how to run a group.
Oh man, I love Robert Howe's background. That's too damn cool, man. Gosh, now I feel nostalgic in my head. Mr. Star Trek. God, you're killing me. This is getting better and better by the moment.
Chris Larson
Oh, he
with a
does
new
not have a
background.
Kirk also in his chair. Oh my God.
Chris, I like your background.
Thank you. I can tell you
All
how
right,
to
it's
do
12:01. Let's get started. And welcome to the last meeting of the year, which means we're not meeting next Thursday or the following Thursday because it's Christmas and New Year's Day, and I'm not going to be here. You can show up if somebody will show up. Should we take bets on who it'll be? But somebody will show up. We will be back on, I believe it's the 6th, Thursday the 6th, and we will need a spotlight. The rules to spotlight is you have to have been here 3 times. Bob, you have anything new you want to spotlight? Any new products?
The Prism launch, which is underway, I could talk about that.
Yeah, and you'll have the link on the first. That would be perfect, huh?
Yep. Okay.
All right, you're it. So I got to get you in touch with Arvin, and then he'll hook you up with your profile like he did for Sue this week. We'd rather not wait to the last minute. Can you like do something about that background and either sit still or it kind of gets me nauseous a little bit when you're
I
moving
know it's
around
going
like
in.
that.
I haven't
All
figured
right, so welcome to the Hub where we meet on Mondays and Thursdays at 12 noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern. You do the math in between. Mondays we meet in the metaverse. Thursdays we meet here on Zoom. We don't have a lot of rules. Our biggest rule is don't bore the shit out of us. So when you're giving your 45-second introduction, try to make it a little snappy and move along, and maybe not do the same thing every week, week after week. We do have a spotlight speaker. So the format is we start with 45-second introductions, then we go to a spotlight speaker, and then we do thank yous, testimonials, and announcements. And that generally takes us to the end. Anything I'm missing? I think I got it all right. All right. So again, last meeting of the year, we will not be here the next 2 Thursdays. And I'll probably have to say that again because someone new will come in. Sue, you are our spotlight, but you're also in the first square. So why don't we start with you?
All right, Sue Schuster, I actually just put something in the chat that would rhyme, but then I'm reading it going, no. All
We
right,
don't.
so
There's only room for one funny person here, and that's me. So we'll leave it at that. Go ahead, do your
all right,
shtick.
I'll do my boring thing then. You just said don't bore me. Business financing, whether it's SBA loans, growth term loans, lines of credit, hopefully not MCA loans, which is credit card stacking, but I can do those too. So whatever they need to grow their business, we can help them with that. So when it's a business loan, think of BizFi.
Very good. Thank you. Jeannie.
Hello, everyone. Ginny Asante with Babs, Big Apple Benefits and Savings. So that means I come from the Big Apple, but as we can tell by the map behind me, I can do business in all 50 states. And how many of those businesses are there? There are 14 of them. Looking for a 15th. Does anybody know something that's really exciting? Ooh, you never know. But today I want to talk about healthcare and why. Why do I want to talk about healthcare? Because I wanted to see everyone look like a deer in headlights. I wanted to see everyone get so excited about my subject matter. And what it is that it's the time of the year where we have to pick that wonderful thing, the healthcare. We have to pick the one that fits our family. But before you do that, find out what we got. Find out what impact is all about. See if it's something that fits you. And let me tell you how it fit one family. There's a family of 4. The husband's salary was going towards, or half his salary was going towards their healthcare. They came to Impact. We are now saving them over $10,000 a year. I don't know about you guys, but I could use an extra $10,000 in my pocket every year. They were very grateful, and I was grateful that they were part of my world so that I can help them with it. Who else needs an extra $10,000 in this coming year? Ginny Asante with Babs, Big Apple Benefits and Savings. Back to you, Chris.
Thank you, Jeannie. Joe. Cool Joe, go ahead.
Cool Joe. Well, you did it backwards.
Well, you
Joe
told us you were
Cool.
cool before, so yeah. All right, go ahead.
The Joe Cool or Cool Joe direction itself, with Little Global Digital Solutions itself, actually, we are very focused, and the focus is really more on you or your clients. Because actually, we help with various directions from technology to the business itself, the website, the branding, digital marketing, automation for every area to actually put out those fires that can drive people nuts. We go from small micro businesses from like 5 employees up to 200 employees. So that way there's not as much juggling. We take care of a lot of the headache itself and actually be able to help you grow your business and scale up. Once you go to enterprise or corporate level, we'll say goodbye to each other. That's
So
it.
you mentioned technology. What does that mean? You're doing something other than websites?
Websites, computer performances, mostly to make sure that there's no
What does
infections.
that mean?
Windows-based computers, making sure that the computer runs properly. Especially if it's sluggish, we help with that. So that way it won't be running as sluggish. Because we know there's infections all over the place, especially on Windows. But we can also work with Apple.
So are
Linux
you
is,
an IT company or a marketing company?
we're just basically a business supporting company. Not just IT alone. There's also the marketing side, the branding side. But the technology is a foothold of the entire business because if the website is not loading well or slow, we help in that because actually we have our own hosting site based right in
Where are you
Houston, actually.
located?
I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
sure.
Pierre.
Hello, everyone. First time here, at least on the Zoom call. My name is Pierre. My business is Lucid Web Marketing. I'm an online marketer. And if you use things like platforms like Google Ads or any other of the hundreds of other such platforms, I'll do a free audit of your account, tell you where you're going right, going wrong. It can make you save lots of money. It's a $500 value. So if you're interested, contact me. I put my contacts in the chat. And if you refer somebody to me that becomes a client, I'll pay you 10% recurring commission.
All right, so let me get this right. So you're offering a free evaluation on our Google My
Google Ad-
Business?
On Google Ads accounts. So if you use paid advertising, I'll do an audit of your account, make sure it's set up right, give you insights on where you can save money and getting more clicks at lower cost.
All righty. A lot of web people in here today. Thank you. Ben, you're not a web person.
I am not a web person. My name is Ben Passman. I'm a credit repair specialist. And right now is a very vulnerable time of year for all of us. We're swiping our cards more frequently than normal. We're buying things online from retailers we don't normally buy from. And even if you think you have good credit, it's probably a good idea to have your credit monitored, have some dark web protection, email monitoring, social security number monitoring, identity theft protection. And I can offer all of that along with other tools to help you manage your credit and maybe calculate a way to get yourself out of debt. And so I'm offering that for $24.99 a month. And I'll put a link in the chat, and I hope that you all will check it out. If you have any questions, I'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks very much.
So you guys always do that $24.99 a month. Does that mean $25 or $2,500?
No, $24.99 a month
Thank you.
for the
Thank
credit
you.
monitoring
Thank you.
service. Thank you.
Just wanted to confirm. Now we can meet next week.
I would love to be able to charge $2,500 a month for that.
Wanted to make sure
It'd be
because I know
something.
we have a meeting on the books, and I could have saved you the trip.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
thank you. All right, CJ, you are our web guy here. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. CJ Gilbert. My company is Jungle Studios. I opened my company in 2006 to help business owners with their websites and online needs. Really quickly, I discovered that most business owners knew they needed a website, but they really didn't know what it was for. And so I started writing down some of my thoughts, and that's how I ended up writing a book, 5 Golden Keys to Sharpen Your Website. From there, I took that and I created a video series out of it, and now I have a whole YouTube channel where I've been answering questions of all kinds. So I'm going to drop my resource information here in the chat box for you and highlight a couple things. Featured at the very top right now, my free gift to you and your network is my free video workshop. 7 videos, less than 10 minutes each, and they're really to teach business owners that your website is a tool for your business to improve your search, your sales, and your service. That's so that you can attract more customers, make more sales, and improve your customer service, which increases your efficiency, your productivity, and helps you serve your clients better, faster, and easier. The other link I dropped in there is for my YouTube channel. It's called Ask a Web Geek. And if you don't know where to start, I've got a whole bunch of videos right here where you can jump right in and start watching some videos. Share it with your own network. I'm trying to grow to 1,000 subscribers. I just passed 750 last week, so I'm pretty excited to see that number go up at each a little bit every day. So I'd love for you to subscribe, share it with your own clients and network. My name is CJ Gilbert, Jungle Studios and Ask a Web Geek. We understand the internet is a jungle.
Thank you. Hey, Jeannie, I have a question for you. I was just thinking of this group and how long we've been doing this. You've been with me 8, 9 years. Were we doing this then? Are we at 10 years yet for this group?
You mean on Zoom?
No.
Oh, you mean I think we're more than that.
Okay. Yeah, so we've been doing this a while. We've been on Zoom and we're staying on Zoom since the pandemic. But yeah,
Right.
all right. So it's a long time. All right, thank
Yeah.
you. Heather, you're up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Felty. I'm the publisher at Inner Peace Press, where we bring soul stories to life. Most of the books that we're publishing are guidebooks, books that help you understand who you are as a person, how to understand what somebody else is going through. Sometimes you don't understand the kind of pain or trauma that somebody's been through, and it might make you actually a better human if you read their stories and maybe be a little bit more empathetic. No judgment, just saying that understanding what other people go through can really broaden your own perspective of life. So yes, I publish books, I work with authors. Under my imprint, I also help people self-publish books, especially business owners who want to position themselves as an expert in their field. So if that's something that you're interested in talking about, I would would welcome having a one-to-one with you. So again, I'm Heather Felty, Inner Peace Press, bringing soul stories to life. Thank you.
Heather, you haven't been here for a little while. Let me talk you up a little bit. So the my life work is in this book, The Entrepreneur's Big Book, featuring the 12 steps of entrepreneurship. I am very proud of that book. It's now in book clubs. I was in a book club yesterday where it's being read. It does well, better than anticipated, but it would have never seen the light of day, and I certainly wouldn't be as proud of it as I am if it wasn't for Heather's help. And she's not my publisher, right? Or technically you're not, or you are, or
No, you on the bus is your publisher.
right. She taught me how to self-publish, and now I'm working on my third book. Brace yourself, because it's coming your way soon.
Okay.
But she's a pleasure to work with. It can be a painful process, but she nudges politely and moves you along and helps you get the job done. And there's no one I recommend in this space other than Heather. And Heather, thank you for taking the time to be here today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Another superstar, Bob Howe. Go ahead.
Yep, Bionic Bob, Age Lock. We age you younger. So in 3 weeks, I'll do a more in-depth on this, but we're already launching and codes are available for the leading nutritional health scan in the world. It's just coming out now. Yeah, there have been larger versions for medical offices. This is for the family kitchen table. It's 15 seconds. A light spectral ray technology that measures carotenoids, which are, by scientific studies, show that lengthen youth span. And we start with eye practices because they protect the eye against macular degeneration. They protect the skin and keep it younger. And we have the only solutions in the physician's desk reference, clinical trials of safety and efficacy, if you want to go there. But basically, you get an email with your score, what it means, and 6 suggestions, such as get better sleep, watch your BMI, eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, et cetera, et cetera. It changes people's behavior. To measure is to improve. It's only $299. Think about what the watch you're wearing on your wrist. And we'll be adding over the next couple of years about 6 other biomarkers. This will be the most important health monitor in your home, and it only takes 15 seconds. I'm looking for referrals for people who are health oriented, and particularly to people like Jeannie, who are entrepreneurial and will understand how this will spread virally across kitchen tables between family, friends around the world. Bionic Bob Age Lock. We measure and we age you younger.
Thank you, Bob. And I hope I'm first in line on January 1st to get one of those. I can't wait. So I don't know if you put your whole hand or your thumb on it, but to get a reading right away, like, it's not going to say you need more carrots in your life, but it'll tell me probably to stop eating as many French fries and start eating more lettuce or something, right? But
yeah, fresh fruits and vegetables. So you're going to have to cut out your chips and your your processed foods down, fresh fruits and vegetables up.
Yep. And I'm vegan, but I'm a bad vegan, so I need that help. So anyway, thank you. I can't wait to learn more about that and be your first guinea pig.
Yep.
All right, Chris Larson.
All right. Chris Larson, Guild Construction Management. At Guild, we've reimagined custom home building in New York State. Our name honors the historic guilds where master craftsmen banded together to elevate their trade, and that spirit lives on in how we empower today's skilled builders to do their best work. We've combined an integrated design build model with early contractor involvement and agile project management techniques pioneered in Silicon Valley. We deliver custom homes faster and at lower cost than traditional methods. We're bringing craftsmen to the table from day one, eliminating friction between design and construction, and keeping your project on schedule and on budget. So Guild Construction Management, building smarter, building better. So just right now, an example is we're doing a small custom build. It's 1.5 million. We're projecting right now saving the homeowner $120,000 over traditional design bid build models. And also, even more importantly, their home was destroyed in a fire. We're looking to get them into the house 8 months earlier than traditional build methods. So Chris Larson, Guild Construction Management.
Very good. Thank you. That was great, Chris. We'll talk more about it later. Janet, welcome from Canada, right?
Hi, yes, I'm from Trent Lakes, Canada. I'm Janet Hamilton, and I'm an integrative holistic practitioner using compassionate inquiry to connect you back to your authenticity after life's experiences. And I also have a podcast with the same name.
You want to tell us a little more?
The podcast is positive news. It's to showcase people who've had the mind shift, soul shift, where they were, where they are now, and what happened in between for them to connect back to themselves.
And you helped them do all that, right?
Yes.
Okay, that was the missing part.
Sorry. I thought I
It's
made it
okay.
clear. Okay, thanks for having
No,
me.
thank you, and thank you for what you do. Mr. Quick.
Hello, everybody. David Quick from Total Cover IT. And what we do here at Total Cover, we give business owners peace of mind. Peace of mind from things like system problems, computer downtime, even cyber attacks. And while we're doing that, we're helping businesses to better leverage technology so that businesses can run better and grow. And I wrote a whole book about that. And I would love to share that book with partners in professional firms like accounting firms and law firms. David Quick, Total Cover IT, where our I is on your T.
All right, David, thank you. And thank you for the ongoing help. I'm a problem child in David's life and he helps me all the time. And I don't even remember what the last problem was, but oh yeah, I couldn't turn on the computer. Like I use Apple and you need a password. It wasn't taking my password. What do you do then? You can't get in. David helped me and got me back on my feet. So David, thank you. Muna, are you there? Or are you with a customer? She's got a retail store and she makes these amazing wood carvings and she'll tell us when she's done with her client. We'll let her interrupt. But she's in a retail store. It's holiday season, that's the priority. So we'll let her do her thing. Muna, I got your back, don't worry. You know what? I can show you part of what she does. How about that? One second. It's amazing. Where's my Muna folder? Here it is, and here she is. Make it bigger and share screen. Sorry about the play-by-play, but they make this kind of stuff from hand with carvings from the Holy Land, as she puts it, and her family's been doing this for 4,000 years. And these pieces could be inches and they could be feet and they could be, $15, $20, or $3,000. And it's an interesting business, interesting heritage, and that's what Muna does. All right, moving along. It's me, right? Chris Lipper on the bus, small business owner coaching. Thank you for coming to the hub. This is only part of what we do. We coach small business owners, and I used to invent for a living. I was a professional inventor for 15 years and had a dozen patents in a number of different industries, which means I know a little bit about a lot, which makes me the perfect coach. I know just enough to get myself in trouble in several industries. But I had a coach at the time and I dreaded having a coach. I hated it. He would show up and he had never taken a risk in his life, but he had these mastermind groups and I loved the mastermind groups. So I started the bus in 2008 and we coach strictly via mastermind group. We do offer the members one-to-one coaching, getting them ready for their groups, but that's really to help them find their challenge. Um, our cancellation policy is 30 days. Our members pay their first and last month up front, and when they want to go, they go. But our average stay is 8 years. David's been with us 8, 9 years. Jeannie's been with us 8, 9 years. Bob's about to celebrate his 1 year anniversary. Chris Larson, you've been with us how long? 3, 4 years, something like that? 4 years. And I think and Muna's with us now a couple of months. So it's an interesting community. We have sales training 3 times a month. The most shiny thing about us, Bob doesn't like them, but a lot of us do, is our virtual conferences that we hold in the metaverse. And most of you have been And those of you that haven't and are here will come, or you won't be here for long. Um, but our next one is March 12th. I'll put that information in the chat right now so you can sign up. Nope, wrong one. I changed my shortcuts. There it is. So please register, please come. And again, if I haven't mentioned it enough, this is our last meeting of the year. We will not be meeting next Thursday or the following due to holidays. So we will see you on January 6th next. And who is presenting? Oh, Bob is, right. Okay. And today we have Sue. So, Sue, I'm going to just give you a few questions a little bit just to warm you up and warm us up. And so, a little bit about you. How did you get into this business? Like, what were you doing before?
Oh, I'm going to do that all in the presentation.
Okay, well, then I'm going to cut to the fun part. So, tell us something a little embarrassing about yourself that we wouldn't know by visiting you on Facebook or somewhere else, and just something a little awkward, a little off about you.
Well, there's a lot of things a little off about me.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah.
Well, let's put it this way. I don't like being a swimmer all my life and thinking I know a lot about currents, which is not true. When you're in a pool, there's no currents. Well, at least hopefully not. Well, I was at the beach and I dove into the wave and I fractured C5.
All right.
So that's
We'll
good.
let the, all right, we'll let it go. We didn't, yeah, okay, good. Dazzle us for about 10, 12 minutes. Save time for short questions and short answers, and it is yours.
Fantastic. Well, I mean,
And by the way, everyone should be paying attention because she's got deep pockets and money to lend. So you may not need it, but you might know someone who does. So pay attention to Sue. Go ahead.
Thanks, Chris. All right, so I followed up after Ben, and Ben did a slideshow, so I'm like, well, snap, I need to do a slideshow as well. So road to COO at BizFi, which honestly, never thought I'd be here in a million years, but as you walk through life, and life is a journey, it's not a destination. We all end up in the same place anyway, which is a hole in the ground or in a urn somewhere. So let's take the journey along with it. All right, there we go. Why? There we go. All right, so once an athlete, always an athlete. These are some of the things that I've done in the past. In high school, I was very involved in athletics, did 2 or 3 sports at a time. So big time into field hockey on that. I am the third kid, went to Boston University with field hockey. Love to do mud runs. I've done 33 Spartan races, other mud runs, triathlons. My longest swim was a 3-mile swim. And honestly, it was a circuit that went around twice. And when I did a mile and a half, I got back to the beginning and people were starting to exit who did mile and a half. And I'm like, well, I said I'd do 3 miles. So then I took off and went around again. And the other thing there is youth core physical fitness, which is taking the entrance physical tests for the Marines and kind of perfecting it. So I could do a standing broad jump of over 7 feet. So fun things on that. All right, once a coach, always a coach. When you're coaching, you're just taking somebody from where they are and making them better. And whether you're doing that in sport or doing that in a life and small business, then you're still coaching. So that's me as a young buck, as an athlete, or as a lifeguard back in the outdoor pool. And those 2 little people are my children, and they are now 19 and 21. All right, so where did I come from? After university, I was a PE teacher for a hot minute. That wasn't my gig, but we started this fun little business called Swim and Zone. And Swim and Zone is a family-run swim school that is a picture of the pool. I don't know if it exactly looks like that anymore, but that's how it did look prior to 2022. Started in 2004 and we sold in 22. We had 600 swimmers at the beginning, and at its peak during spring when everybody has to quick learn how to swim before the summer season, we had more north of 1,800 kids a week. So 1,800 divided by 7 days a week, swim lessons, 9 teachers in the pool, all with 4 kids. You can do the math. We were doing pretty good. We had a staff of about 40. budget of 1.4 million. If you want to know how to spend 1.4 million in a year, have a swim school. We were just one facility. We're starting to look at going and doing more facilities, but that was after COVID and we were really tired and it was time to go. I wore all the hats between teaching swim lessons, training the staff, doing the marketing, figuring out how the IT worked, hiring great people, budgeting, all of it. We did that because back in the day, and I'm sure not all of us are old, but some of us are old. Back in 2004, the coaching thing was just in its infancy. So my favorite part was taking some of these young people that we had employed and making them fantastic leaders. And some of them still, actually, most of the ones who I took under my wing are still doing great things in whatever field they decide to be in. All right, so now I made my way to coaching businesses, and business coaching took me to lending, and I'm like, that's where I can make the biggest impact. So what do I do at BizFi now? I'm in charge of client success. So that entails matching the right client with the right lender, getting the right information, making sure that it is submitted correctly. And then I help also with growing partnerships. So partnering with coaches, consultants, fractionals, CPAs, anybody looking under the hood of any other business. And then they know when they're ready to grow and scale. We have gotten to the place that we're like, oh no, we have enough people that we need some standard operating procedures, and we're just taking BizFi to the next level, which is really, really exciting. So what can we do? We do a ton of equipment financing. And equipment, don't think equipment as in tractor trailers, although that's true too, but think pizza ovens, think x-ray machines, think medical equipment, think whatever HVAC systems, whatever a business needs to grow and scale its equipment. We can, with the right paperwork, turn that around in 2 days. Working capital and can be between, we use a growth term loan that we're going to talk more on later. Love that thing. That is fantastic in the networking space. Factoring merchant cash advances. If anybody asked you if you want a merchant cash advance, hopefully the answer is no, because they are really, really aggressive and can take your house from you. So careful with those. There are time and place, but usually they're not. All right, so I talked a bit about that growth term loan, and I'm not going to insult your intelligence by telling you what's on the screen, but it is fantastic for small business owners, any field. It is money to do whatever you want with. We use this to fund big ticket items. So I'm working with Elite Business Cruises. They have a big ticket item, the cruises, and we're helping the businesses get funding for that so that they can start their sales marketing and earn their money back that way. I've helped other people get money for marketing programs. I've helped others get it for key employees, and the money is for whatever you want to use it for. Really low threshold if you look for qualifications there. The 400K, it might not even be that's high. As in I've gotten loans through for just 100K, but they have to be fundable, which means they're not running negative. And then you can see the submissions that we need there. So this has been hugely popular and amazingly successful, and get the money in your account about a month. And then here's just the bigger sheet on equipment financing, working capital, term loans. And so any of those things we can do. We take your information, gather all the documentations, and then take you to the right lender. And of course, we shoot high to begin with the best rates. But if that one doesn't accept you and you get denied, then we can go someplace else. But you don't have to reapply because we still have all your information. We partners with sellers as well. So people who sell stuff that are high ticket items, and well, not even that high, over $10,000, we can get financing there. So this is an example of a seller that we've partnered with. We just end up being a financing tab on their website, and they can sell their equipment, and we help them get the financing. So they win twice. Not only do they get a residual from us as being referral partners, but then they also get to sell the whatever they're selling. All right, so I know I plowed through this in no time flat, leaving lots of room for questions. But I am Sue Schuster, bizfi.io, and that is a picture of my mother. Because when I asked her about selling, when we were selling, I was making a slideshow as like a goodbye type thing, and I asked her to do the thing, and that ended up with what do I do next? And what she is doing is she is refereeing swim meets and having a blast doing it.
All right. Can you stop sharing screens, please?
Yes, sir.
All righty. Thank you very much. It was interesting. So, $400,000 to what kind of revenue do you have to have? Looking at your slide, you said you could go as low as 100,000, but
Yeah,
400 seems
100,000. The 400,000 is much on the safer side, but we can finance people with a revenue of 100,000. They should be positive. Because you have two strategies that businesses are using. They're using the tax strategy as we're going to run zero or negative, which is fantastic for taxes, but really, really hard to get funding. Or if you want to exit, not a good strategy. So we prefer they are showing some sort of profit.
for the 400,000.
No, even the 100,000.
The 100,000. Okay. So you want to see some sort of profit for a year or multiple years?
That's it. We only go back a year on that loan. So
Okay.
for that growth term loan is the last year's tax return, so 2024, 1 year of financial statements.
What if you're new and you need to get dental equipment?
Equipment is completely different story. So dental
Okay.
equipment actually, in that case, they actually fund on just when you got your dental certificate. You don't even have to have a business yet. Some
And what if you're not a
businesses,
dentist and you're a doctor or an eye doctor or something like that?
like that field would be easier to get equipment, but now when you're talking construction, they want a little bit more. But ultimately, the collateral is the equipment itself. So HVAC system or whatever else. Equipment financing can turn around in 2 days. That doesn't have to go through all the stuff, but we would need the invoice from the dealer, and some other titles depending on what you're actually selling.
And what
So
about inventory? So let's say, I'm not going to pick on anyone here, but let's say Muna needed to buy 10 containers worth of inventory, or Jeannie needs to buy 10 containers of solar panels. That kind of stuff you could do?
well, the solar panels would be equipment, but we could do factoring. So maybe they have big contracts that are coming up. I've signed the paper. If I get this much worth of materials, I can do this much worth of business. That's factoring. We can do that as well. So
Okay.
they just come to me, I need money for blah, blah, blah. And then I ask the right questions. And I do, is this equipment? Is this factoring? Is this a growth term loan? Is this a line of credit? We go through all the things. And then I just match them up with the right lenders.
So what if somebody just says, well, there's a new marketing campaign I want to try. I want to hire CJ. He's got, this great new SEO thing or, and it's 50 grand and I don't have it. Is that the kind of thing you can help with?
Yep, that would be a growth term loan. That's money for whatever the business wants to use it for.
And if the plan doesn't work and and someone goes out of business, where do you stand then?
I'm not the lender. I don't do the underwriting.
Okay.
Good
Um,
answer.
yeah, nice business. You're the broker of sorts, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. So I'm the connector. I bring them to the right place. So they
You're
get
not the leg breaker.
I'm not the leg breaker.
Got it. All right. There's some questions out there. Jeannie, go ahead.
So I have a couple of questions. I'm hoping that I don't take too much of your time, but do you know anything about like what are the rates running?
So the rates I know for SBA is between 9 and 12. The rates did just come down because the prime went down by a quarter of a point to 7, I believe. It was 7.25. So I'm looking usually at 10 to 12, depending on, of course, everything. How long is it? How much do you need? What's your FICO score? All the things. So it's not gonna. I just was talking to somebody. He amazingly got some equipment finance for 6%. I said I can't beat it. Good for you. But I
Right.
will tell you straight up whether this is a good thing to do, a bad thing to do, the
Right.
financing, why you should or should not do it. So
Right.
So I hear the
And what is
SBA
the
is a nightmare. I mean, that people
SBA
don't.
is a nightmare, and I try to actively talk them out of it. But some people,
yeah,
it's their only option.
yeah.
So
Okay.
then we go
Depends
down
on
the
where you
SBA.
are in your business to whether SBA is the only option or not.
Right.
If you're good in a financial way, the SBA is the last place you want to go. So
Right.
so another question would be, is there prepayment penalties?
No.
So if I borrow money back in a month, I'm good
Yes.
in full.
Yes.
Is the interest padded on or is it accrued?
Accrued.
Wow.
Yeah, we
What
got
about
some big stuff going on
refinancing?
out there.
What about refinancing cars, trucks, motorcycles, whatever, boats?
Uh, well, boats usually isn't for the business. Like we cannot finance rental equipment or like side by sides, things like that for fun, jet skis, things like that. That's not what we like to do for equipment financing because people just beat them up.
So one last question, as Chris said before, I have a solar company, and sometimes people want to finance their solar. Do you get into that?
Yes, as long as it's a business who's financing their solar.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
long as the
So I'm
business is
actually
financing.
working.
So if it's a commercial, wait a minute, now you got my attention. If it's a commercial deal, you like that one. If it's a commercial project and you will finance a commercial project,
Well, the equipment part of it.
well, yeah. Well, the
Yeah.
equipment, it's all encompassed in one. The price of the project is everything, the permits, everything encompassed in one. There is no breakout.
Okay. We should
So
talk.
yes, we should. So I'm going to put my calendar in the link, please.
Mine's already in there, I think so.
Then I'll go in there and pick it out. Okay,
Or
thank
both
you.
of you, or put it in again. Hey, Jeannie, by the way, reach out to me Monday. I met with a U.S. manufacturer of solar panels last night.
Very cool. Thank you.
Yep. Joe, you have a question.
For one, very good presentation, Sue. I think, do we have actually a coming meetup together? I can't remember if we do
We
have
just
one.
had
That's
one.
You guys have one,
probably
yeah.
not the question you had in mind for here.
No, but dealing with what the clientele that we're going to be gathering here at Leo, because you mentioned that yes, you can be of actual, I guess, broker slash resource for those who actually cannot afford us potentially on a monthly basis. The retainers for those, the question is, would those actual financial support actually also be on interest per month or per year, or what direction would be taken quarterly, semesterly, what?
So no, it'd be a monthly payment that they would owe. So maybe they've got a high ticket item for 25,000, something like that.
Right.
And you as a business don't want to fund that. You don't want to break it in half. You don't want to give them monthly payments. You don't want to take the responsibility of this person making payments on your yearly thing.
Right.
So we would take that on. But we would vet them as a company. Are they able to pay this back? Yes, no. And if it's yes, then we would fund them the money and then they would owe it back. The growth term loan is a 10-year term loan. We hope you pay it back in 2, but that's usually the vehicle we would use for that.
Yeah, because I imagine that credibility, meaning their credit line on their business, also is a factor. If I'm assuming this correctly, wouldn't that be right? Especially on the
Well,
EIN side.
most of what we're
And go ahead.
most of what we're doing is personally guaranteed. So that's how I match up with Ben a lot. I just sent him 2 people today.
Yeah.
So if their credit score is below a 650, growth term loan is not for them.
Okay.
But equipment financing can have a challenging personal.
No, there could be challenges there because the only equipment so far would be like a POS system itself, even for small business that might be using a POS. But it also depends on the vendor, which we got to also investigate that side to see what the cost is on that. And what the warranty is. Obviously it could be 4 years or maybe more depending on the vendor again, right? So those all vary. And then the support, we would provide the support for it, but you see what I'm talking about, because everything here is cost. It's just a matter of what
Right.
they earn versus what they can pay for. Yeah.
Right. So one person that we are a seller type dealership going on with, so he's got a $250,000 product thing. It is home studios. So $15,000 of it is the equipment for the home studio, and the rest of it is setting it up. So we are helping them finance the $15,000 per client, so that they now only own 10, and it's much easier for the clients to go ahead and hire him.
Cool.
So if David Quick had a client who wanted 10 computers and needs to grow their system and they can't necessarily lay out the cash, David could say, well, go talk to Sue. She does our financing for us.
Right. So equipment is over $10,000. So they would have to have a bunch of computers, but yes.
Okay.
Makes more sense. Thanks for that. Yeah,
And
we're gonna do we're gonna
10,000.
do a new appointment for that for sure.
All right.
Thanks.
$10,000 over what period of time?
So that'd be, so the equipment finance is usually 3 to 5 years.
So let's say I have somebody who I'd really like to have as a member. They'd really like to join. They could use the help, but they can't afford us.
Mm-hmm.
And
10-year
so,
term loan.
what?
That's a 10-year term loan. So we're talking about different vehicles for financing among these different
I
things.
understand, but can I say, well, if you need financing, talk to Sue?
Yes,
Okay. We should have a link for you on our website.
sure. I can make
I figured you
landing
might like
pages
that. Yeah.
for
Okay.
anybody like yeah, it's just we would give you a landing page. It just says you need financing, click this button, and then it goes to me and I take care of them. But you just have a little tab or somewhere on your website that hits financing, and that's where you send them. Oh, you need financing, go click that. So then whether their excuse is I don't have enough money, and that can mean two things. I don't have enough money for you because I don't really want your services, or I literally don't have enough money.
Okay. Jeannie has another question.
So if you do a solar project, right? I know we need to do a one-to-one, but I need to know this right now because my brain is like going in different directions. Chris knows how I get, right? So if you do a solar project, do you take all the credits or do you still allow the owner to take the credits?
The credit, you mean tax credits?
Yeah.
The owner is the one who owns the
We're booked for the
solar
6th.
panels.
All
So
right.
we don't
That's all I
own
need to know. All I need to know. All right. Good.
Yeah, no.
All right. Janet in Canada has a question. Here comes your international opportunity. Go ahead, Janet.
You just said my question. What about people out of the US? Do you help them?
Do you have a ITIN number?
No, we have a business number, which is I think the same.
Okay, so it has to be a US based business. So for international business, if they have an ITIN number, which is the same as an EIN number, then yes. But if it's just a Canadian company that has Canadian everything, then the answer is no. Sorry.
So can you help me set that up? Or do you know somebody that could?
I know. So I always know somebody who
Your
could.
Yeah.
accountant can set that up.
Nancy
Your
Delane can
accountant,
help
honey.
you as
Call
well.
your accountant.
Or your
Okay,
lawyer.
thank you.
Chris Larson.
So two questions. So if I'm moving a small piece of equipment, 15,000 from one of my businesses to another, you could refinance that move.
Probably from moving it from one entity to another that is the same with the same everything can be a bit tricky, but we can definitely look at it.
Could
Okay.
he
And
use
the
a
other
home
one,
address for one and an office address for the other?
yeah, they have different addresses.
Yes, but we need a seller invoice and a buyer invoice and all kinds of things that,
Two different
he's
IANs.
got it. Okay, then, yeah.
That's easy. Main question. You don't do homeowner like hearth type financing for smaller renovations? Like the
Not
10, 20,
usually.
30? Okay.
I mean, but you could always do a growth term loan and use the money for whatever you want to use it for. And then we usually lump a line
I
of
want the
credit on top
homeowners
of
to
that.
fund themselves.
Hmm.
So,
All
okay.
right. Any other questions? Sue, thank you. We need you to do this more often. Please present quarterly here.
Really?
Yeah, because it's important. You're important to you're the bloodstream for a lot of small business owners that outgrow their money and they're onto something big, but it costs a lot to start. Right? So,
Yeah.
you know, and it all works and it creates jobs and it creates everything, but it starts with you and then the person can afford CJ and then they're going to create a job and this and that, you know, it's how it works.
And
But
keep in mind, there's always a referral right back to you. Unless you don't want it, then by all means, I'll keep it. But we can share.
I wasn't even looking at it that way, but that's nice to hear. All right, very good. Sue, thank you very much. Any last questions, quickies before we move on? All right, that's it. You're done. Thank you so much. That was great. All right. Moving on. Thank yous, testimonials, and announcements. Sue, I'm going to move you down the pecking pole because you just went. Jeannie, we'll start with you.
So thank you so much, Sue, for presenting today. I have a feeling we're going to become really fast friends real quick. So I'm excited about that. Chris, thank you for the referral. I appreciate you very much for thinking of me always. And I want everyone to have the most amazing, safe, healthy and happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. So have a good one and look forward to seeing you after the first. Bang it out, people. Back to you, Chris.
Very
Oh,
good.
and I'm presenting on March 12th at the International Trade Show. I don't want to get slapped by the end of the year either. And I'm looking forward to having everyone stop by my booth and just look at my video. It is such a great video. And if you want to know who made it, I can introduce you to that person too. Back to you, Chris.
Very good. And I just put that information in the chat for the trade show. At least I think I did. Ben, your hand is up for some reason. You know we don't do that around here. What's up?
Oh, I just want to say that networking works. It's a testimonial to this group and others. But when Sue and I first met, we did a one-to-one and immediately decided it was worthwhile to put a standing meeting on our calendars. And we've shared a number of referrals back and forth, including a couple that she gave to me just today. So thank you for the referrals. Thank you for the business. And these things take time. And I just want to say thank you to you, Chris, for putting this together and being consistent week in and week out.
Thank you. We don't raise hands here for this part because everybody gets a turn, just so you know. But thank you for saying those things. And I'm glad you guys are getting business and trading business and all of that stuff. That's why we're here. Before I forget, in case you leave early and you weren't here earlier, this is the last meeting of the year. We will not be meeting the next 2 Thursdays. Okay? Now it's the 4th time I've said that. Nobody should be showing up the next 2 weeks. Pierre, you're up.
I really got nothing to say, but nice to meet a few new people here.
Thank you for being here. CJ.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you. Great presentation, Sue. Sue and I got to have a one-to-one meeting in the last week and enjoyed that time together. Always exciting to meet someone that can help your own clients and, of course, expand our referral base, which is what it's all about. And I'm certainly enjoying this group and looking forward to the next virtual conference. I tell everyone it's one of my favorite things to do. It's like networking in a video game. And I know some folks that are a little older than me might have a little trouble getting used to that kind of environment, but I'm encouraging people to embrace it because I think it's going to be the future, and I'm really excited about it. So I love it. And I had something else to say. Oh, I sent Pierre's name to someone earlier today that was asking me for pay-per-click ads. And so that was a recent referral. And that's everything I'm thinking about right now. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Great to see you all today.
Thank you for bringing your energy here, CJ, and thanks for all you do. Muna, we're going to go to you just before a customer walks in or something like that. And feel free to take a little extra time.
Hi, Muna Habash with Holy Branch of Olive. Thank you guys for your patience. And my customers keep coming in. It's obviously the Christmas holiday. I got one in the store right now. In any case, that's always a good thing. Testimonials. I want to thank Chris for actually setting this up every week. This is something that I don't ever dread coming to it. I just want to be able to experience coming in and sharing with people and learning about it. So definitely something might want to be talking to you in the possible future. I appreciate everything from you guys and looking forward to it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
You know, Muna, when I create these events, that's always my goal, is to create an event that people don't dread going to. That's what I'm going for. So thank you.
I only say that because I dread speaking in public, and this helps
You're
me a
doing
lot.
great.
So I
You're
appreciate
doing
it.
great. You're doing great. And we love having your energy here. When you were off with the customer, I did show your work and talk a little bit about what you do, but
Thank
you're
you.
doing just fine. And yeah, you probably should talk to Sue. It can't hurt. Heather, go ahead.
Oh boy, where do I start? First, I'm really grateful for this platform. I mean, I know I haven't been here for a few weeks and this year has been very busy, so on Thursdays especially, but I just looked it up. And this book was published 3 years and 1 month ago today. And since that time, it's really cool because, as you all know, Chris is a master connector, and he brought me Karen Kramer, who has brought me numerous books along the way. And I'm still yet this year going to publish one more book. 450 pages is so many details, so much detail. But it's going to be such a great book. And that came in directly, like what's that in BNI that we say the, third party referral or whatever, but that's the cool thing. You keep coming back and Chris has built this community that we can keep coming back to and grow. So, okay, enough about that. Thank you very much. I also hope to have a referral for Bob, Bionic Bob, that I think could be really cool. So we'll see what happens with that. And then probably I'm going to be presenting on March 12th at the On the Bus International Virtual Conference. So I hope that you will come and hear my full presentation on how to make your story a bestseller. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. And you'll definitely be presenting. I know there was an issue at the last show. I saw a text or something you sent me after the fact. I hope that worked out, but if not, I apologize. And we
Yeah,
can
I just had a scheduling conflict, so.
Okay. But let's make sure it's on your calendar so we don't have any scheduling conflicts. For all of you, March 12th, put it down, please. 2 to 5 Eastern with an hour of networking afterwards. Sue, you're up next.
Well, I mean, I'm enjoying this group. I've just put everything in like my Facebook and my LinkedIn to have people come, and some showed up, and that's way cool. So glad for the ability to present and to show people what I do and help them out and connect with all the people. If I haven't had a one-to-one with you, I would love to and learn more about what you do, because I can't refer you if I don't understand.
And you also didn't talk about 2 of your other businesses. It just occurred. You didn't talk about the leads that you can do for people, and you didn't talk about the business you're in with Bionic Bob, with the pool filter. So we're going to go to Bob next, and I don't know if you made that connection. But
Bob is the pool filters? I thought it was
well,
Ken.
I'll let you guys have a one-to-one and figure it out. So
All
Bob,
right.
you go next.
Yep. Let's see, Bionic Bob, AgeLock. So yeah, instant networking works. Heather's asked for some information to send about the nutritional health device, and that's pretty quick. I think that's quicker than any referral I've gotten in years in BNI. Yeah, I mean, I like that Chris has over the years developed kind of a network of resources. He's plugged me into several, and I'm working with him on an aquarium version of the water conservation and purification device. People spend a ridiculous amount of money on $5,000 on a tropical fish, and suddenly it's lying flat in your dirty aquarium. We're going to fix that for them, and we're setting up the company and so forth. So I've gotten great referrals and met terrific people through this resource. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, so what Bob's talking about, Bob and I went into business together this week, and he's developed this product he's working with an inventor who owns a patent that can improve the swimming pool water. The water doesn't evaporate, less chemicals, and Bob is very involved with this company. And through our bus meeting we had, the idea was, well, what about fish tanks? And then I started noodling on this and learning more and visiting pet stores and seeing what was out there. And I was like, there's a market for this, and reached out to Bob, and we talked to the inventor. And lo and behold, we've started a company now called Tank Guardian. And our product name, I'm going to get this wrong, is Purifin. And the first install is in an hour. So I'm heading over there now to Aquatic Center to put it in on one of their 50-gallon tanks so we can see the difference. But the theory is that the fish will be happier, healthier, and hornier. And they make little fish now, and because the water is better. Anyway, enough of that. Chris Larson, you're up. Bob, am I wrong? I got that right?
Yeah, that was pretty good. Your 45-second was perfect.
All right, go ahead, Chris Larson.
No, thank you. Haven't been to one of these in a couple of years. Haven't had a network, but expanding the businesses. So came to this and already a couple connections. So looking forward to moving forward on that. So thank you, Jeannie. Can't wait to meet up. And Heather, I do want to touch base with you because I have something in the works. And Sue, I definitely do want to pick your brain on a couple other things with some of the other businesses I have.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you're here, and I hope you'll be a regular here. Janet.
Hi, this is only my second one, Chris, I think, and he invited me, so I appreciate it. I love it. I'm the same as you. I'm a master connector on the inside and on the outside, so I love it and I appreciate it.
Thank you for being here.
Merry
Mr.
Christmas to
Quick.
everyone.
Yep, you too. Mr. Quick.
Well, first off, I'll be speaking on March the 12th at the International Virtual Conference at 3 p.m. Eastern on a topic from my book, Winning with Tech in the Age of AI. I am also looking for other speaking engagements. I've already been on 3 podcasts. Would love to do more. So if you know people to do that, I appreciate the introduction. Also looking forward to do presentations as well. Anybody needing a speaker on tech and business, please introduce them to me.
Very good. Thank you, David. Thank you for all you do. Joe, last but not least. Cool Joe.
Cool Joe. The Leo Lion. Oh my God. And thank you, Sue, for getting me into this. She got to me through LinkedIn itself. David, looks like you and me got to be quick on the IT side to start banging heads together to actually do tag teaming if you follow my drift. I have to give Sue a lot of credit for her presentation because honestly, it was actually excellent. I definitely had to pick the brain of Heather because I actually enjoy writing myself. I did do my first AI book, so you know, but Draft to Digital sucked to actually get that thing sold. So we may have to pick some brains together here at also Tag Team because I am planning on actually writing another book itself or a handful of books, even though Leo's going to be more of the focus. Maybe we can work together in some way so I can start that the banking starts happening. And Sue, you and I are going to have another calendar. Don't worry, we're going to have another meeting together because we got to definitely get resources done in this country itself for these businesses that need help without question financially. I'm just glad this year's almost over. 2 more weeks. Goodbye, 2025. Hello, 2026. Thanks, you guys. And I appreciate that actually it's not going to happen any further until January. I look forward to that. And I may potentially, Chris, take up on the actual being a speaker at some point. Let you know.
You have to be here 3 times before
No worries. I'll cover that soon enough next year. Thanks.
And so I'm on the other side of the equation. I'm upset the year is so soon to come. I got so much gas left in the tank. There's so much I want to still do. But it's just a date on the calendar, right? I hope you guys saw Janet put a email invite in the chat for any of you that want to be on a podcast. David Quick, you might want to jot that down. And Janet, I'm always happy to participate as well. So I will leave you that and wish you a happy holiday. Stay safe and healthy, and we'll see you next year. Thank you.
Thanks. We'll chat a little later today.
Yeah. I can stay on for a minute now if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, hold on. Let me just stop the recording.